Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here on September 30th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. First up, we got our December live cattle on the board. Solid day of accumulation once again in this cattle market. We are seeing a good buying activity down here in these major moving averages and this demand zone we've been creating here between 230 and 35. We did see this market briefly undercut those prior days low. Undercutting 233 there and flushing all the way down with the low of the day coming in at 31.75. Good recovery here though by the bulls, as we can see here over the past few weeks. Every time we dip down here into the low 230s, we continue to see good buyer pushback, a lot of these long wicks, and good climbs out of here, showing that the buyers remain active and strong down here in the low 230s. Good buyer support, good accumulation here all throughout the day, pushing higher up towards that 235 mark, which was the day's high. Good accumulation of 3 trading days here with these equal highs coming in right here around the 35 to 35.12 mark. We want to see the bulls get some nice bids above there and should see this market start to roll higher. We just got to chew through this 235 level and then make it through 236.5, and from there it should be pretty smooth sailing all up into the 240s. Look for this cattle market to continue rallying. We are seeing good buyer support down here. We might need a little more time to chop in this range, but at the moment we're seeing a pretty good recovery efforts here today, finishing the day strong. Bulls want to take this momentum into tomorrow's session, and if we can get some bids above these prior day highs and this 20-day moving average, we should see the bulls try and make another run out of here and get this uptrend back on track. Next up, we have our November feeders. Pretty solid recovery day here as well. We did briefly undercut those prior day lows. However, this market really hit the ground running after that first half hour of the day and marching all the way back up here towards 360. Falling just short of it on the day, but a pretty solid rally back up here into the prior week's point of control. Feeders are definitely showing the strength here at the moment. Pretty good look going all the way down the line here as this market feeders all the way out into those spring 26 contract months. Really good support there at that 20-day moving average all down the line. Pickup of about $5-6 on the day in this feeder market, so pretty strong rally here today. Look for the bulls to keep on pushing this feeder market higher and hopefully start to take this live cattle market with it. So we should be seeing new highs here as the bulls look like they got the ball rolling already in this feeder market. Once we can get those fats to follow, we should see these markets starting to head back towards those all-time highs. Next up, December corn futures. We did see a nice little breakdown here today with the grain report that came out today. This market just kind of trading steady before the big breakdown there at 10 Mountain Time. Nice breakdown there to 415. However, this level did just catch it here. We continue to see this market dancing around this 415 level. So far here in the overnight session, we are starting to push down here below it. So if we get some acceptance and tomorrow's opening range starts to push lower, we could see this market get right back down here into the downside and start heading back down towards this $3.92 to $4 mark. If we do see acceptance down here below 415. However, if this is just like a little probe of these lows and this market is able to recover back up in here, we should see these range-bound conditions stick. So look for this 415 level to be a pretty important level to trade around over the next couple days. Closes below it should get this market rolling back down towards the 4s. However, if we do regain that level, we could see continued range action. Crude oil prices continuing with the downside here today. If we can get it to load. This market continuing below prior day's low here, just seeing a little more downside, pushing down here towards the $62 mark. However, this market slowing down here at these range lows. At the moment, this market remains range bound, and so if you're short from here, this is a pretty good spot to be lightening the load. If this market does continue to flush down here below 61.5, we should see some more downside into the 50s. However, at the moment, this market has remained pretty sticky in the 60 to 65 area, so look for this continued range trade to continue throughout the rest of the week. Look for those support to step in here right around the $62 mark and try and turn this market back up here towards the mid-60s and keep this market range bound. However, if we do get that break below 61.5, look for that market to start drifting lower. Equity markets pretty much just trading around the prior day's range, continuing to see some support down there at the 6,700 level, failing to break either direction really here as we just continue to chop up in about a 30-point range over the last few days, 30 to 40-point range. Nice bounce here late in the day. However, so far here in the evening session, we're just pulling right back here into that 67 to 67.20 area where we spent a lot of time trading over the last 2 days. At the moment, this market doesn't really seem to be in a hurry to go anywhere. Big picture uptrend still remains intact, so we should see a continued drift higher here. However, we could see this market just continue to hold off here until we see some of those big jobs numbers that we are expecting here over the next few days be released. Look for this market to sort through some of that volatility, but overall, we should see this market continue to climb higher as we still have a very healthy environment and a strong market at the moment. So look for these equity indexes to continue climbing. Stay long and strong. We should see higher prices here into year end. That's all we got for tonight. Everyone have a good evening. We'll catch you tomorrow.